So we are back right next to the Raptors MyGM here in 2K17. But last episode, in the offseason, when I stepped up to game 1 of the NBA regular season. Today we're to get off against the Utah Jazz. The Jazz, they're a decent overall team. I mean, they have Gordon Hayward, Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert, great overall players right there. But our team, it's not really a brand new team compared to last year. We went and made the NBA Finals. We in fact lost in Game 7 of the Finals, the Golden State Warriors. So we really didn't have to change the team too much. We went and added a whole bunch of bench players that contribute tremendously this season, like Maurice Spates. I believe we added Yee onto the bench too. He's a pretty good center / power forward. But the first game, our first points of the game go to Rudy Gobert. We go the very next possession, find Jonas Valanciunas down the court cherry picking and slams it right over his matchup. So Jonas, he's in the offseason, there's a debate here. Do we go and trade Jonas Valanciunas and get a package together to get DeMarcus Cousins, or do we leave the team the same way it is? I mean, if we would have added DeMarcus Cousins, we would have had a little bit more competitive edge, but I mean, our team, I think it's perfect the way it is. We really didn't need to add anybody else into there. Plus, DeMarcus Cousins is a UFA after this season, so you really don't want to take that risk too much. But speaking of the devil, Jonas Valanciunas, another slam dunk here. This time right over Rudy Gobert and Gordon Hayward for that dunk. So that's a 4-4 game here, but look at the clean fade by DeMar DeRozan. Look at this. We gotta take a look at this again. Look at that fade. I loved pulling this off here, DeMar. He's got the best fade in the league after Kobe retired, so DeMar, gotta love that fade. But in this possession here, 7-6 game here for Utah, but Kyle Lowry pull up 3, and that makes it a 9-7 game. So we have a lead here at this point, but Jared Solinger dunking from almost the free throw line at that point. So Jared Solinger, another man who was trade bait this offseason. The reason why I didn't trade him was his cap-friendly contract. He's making about $8 million this season, way under market value. But right here, Jared Solinger gonna find DeMar DeRozan in the corner for that corner 3, even though DeMar cannot hit threes half the time in real life. So 14-7 game here, double the points for us as we go and find Jonas Valanciunas. Not even utilizing that screen, he gets around his matchup and just dunks it right over in the paint. So Jonas, he's got like 3 dunks already, a pretty incredible margin rate in the first quarter. But here's Gordon Hayward though, stepping up, hitting that shot in the paint there. Now 69 game here as Jonas Valanciunas, guess what, a slam dunk and one on that call. So Valanciunas, I believe he has like 4 dunks already, and this is adding one to another highlight reel for him at this point. So Valanciunas is a pretty good free throw shooter for a big man, and he gets that easily, the green release. So 79 free throw release in the game, pretty good there. But here's Joe Johnson though. Joe Johnson, didn't know he was even still in the league. He's still in Utah at this point, as he goes and gets that basket there to make it 19-12. As going for find DeMar there open for that mid-range shot, and same with his fade. DeMar's got the best mid-range shot in the NBA. At least that's what I'd say to myself. But there's Joe Johnson picking basically cherry picking at that point, hitting that basket there to make it 22-14. As you go and find the Utah Jazz, hitting that 3 once again, Joe Johnson. So Joe Johnson, last 3 points, or the last 3 possessions, dominated by him for the Jazz. As you find Jonas Valanciunas for another slam dunk here. This time the one-hand slam there, looking like MJ there at that Air logo there. But here is Norman Powell, they're pulling up there from mid-range and hitting that shot there. We gotta go incorporate Norm into the offense way more this year, because he's got a deadly 3 in the corner. As we're going to find guess who in the 3-point range. His name's Joe Johnson. 26-25 lead for us, a 1-point lead for us. As you're going to find Maurice Spates trying to go for that dunk as he gets cut off by Joe Johnson. That's the foul. So a 28-25 here in the second quarter as we go and find Kyle Lowry getting in the paint and making that one count, plus the and one. So Kyle Lowry, a contact layup right there. You gotta love those contact layups from just a fiery competitor in Kyle Lowry. When he gets in the paint there, he's gonna make it a basket as many times as he can at 10. So Kyle Lowry, the better point guards there, slashing and dashing into the paint as you go and find him for the free throw there. So a 3-point play there by Kyle Lowry, 31-25, not 31-28 here. As you go and get that steal right there, and find Kyle Lowry there for a Steph Curry-like almost layup right there. Usually only Steph hits his layups, but Kyle Lowry hits that huge layup. I don't know how he threw it that high up in the air and made that. But here's Kyle Lowry trying to get on defense here, gets a steal, but unfortunately goes out of bounds after diving after it. As you go and find Lowry, fake the pump fake, and we go and find T. Ross for that 3-point jam. So that was a perfect pump fake by Kyle Lowry. As you go and get Terrence Ross on the screen, the backwards no-look pass right to Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross pulls up for the Jimmy and hits it for the mid-range shot. So 30-30 game here, an 8-point lead for us so far in the second quarter. As you go and find DeMar DeRozan playing some defense on Rodney Hood, gets that block out of bounds, and for some reason he's celebrating like he just, I don't know, hit a 3-point shot or something. It's kind of weird there. But you find Maurice Spates there getting the contact layup there against Rudy Gobert. It's pretty surprising there, as Gobert's really good at defense. But Maurice Spates once again getting involved in the offense, getting that shot. So it looks like Maurice Spate's a pretty valuable acquisition there in the offseason. I love picking him up there. He's just perfect for a game. As you find DeMar DeRozan getting the feed from Maurice Spates and the slam dunk, the two-hand slam. Gotta love that. Michael Beasley, the slam dunk right there, one-hand slammed the feed from Corey Joe. So another free agent acquisition there, 35. He's our own Kevin Durant here. As we're lead at halftime. 50-45 game for us going into the half. So Joe Johnson 17 points for the Jazz. He's their only offense right now. As we're gonna start off the half though with a slam dunk by Jonas Valanciunas once again. That's like 6 or 7 slams. I can't even count how many slam dunks Jonas has for our team in a game. But here's Jared Solinger, the fake and the drive for that slam dunk once again. So many dunks. Here's Jared Solinger, that fake. You gotta love that fake though. That was perfect at FJS. But DeMar has possession of the ball. Urshaw's pulling up from 3-point land. He's gonna miss that one. JV with the offensive rebound. We're gonna skip ahead to when DeMar DeRozan drives into the paint and makes that layup. So DeMar DeRozan, him, Kyle Lowry, just when they drive into the paint, you know it's gonna be a bucket half the time. As JV though playing some soft D there against Rudy Gobert, he hits that jumper against him. Now the Jazz still in this one, 56-53 here. As JV goes and finds Norman Powell there in the corner, he misses that shot somehow, and that is going to be a rebound for the Jazz as DeMar DeRozan tried dunking right there, and the dunk is denied by the rim as Rodney Hood has the ball right here. Rodney Hood gonna find a man in the corner, and the pop in the 3 right there. And the Jazz, they're winning right now, 58-56 to 58-58 here, as the Jazz just keep coming back and coming back. Now 60-58, we're losing by 2 years. DeMar DeRozan working in the paint there against his matchup and gets that bucket. Now it's a tied up game for us. Now 62-60 for the Jazz once again. It's Maurice Spates getting the feed there in the paint by DeMar DeRozan and is slamming it right all over Rudy Gobert. So Gobert getting exposed today for his defense. As Corey Joe's going to go find Yee in the corner and popping that 3. So Yee for the 3 makes it 65-64, a 1 so far lead for us. As Yee once again getting involved on defense, getting that one out of bounds, that block. And now that is going to be a 66-65 game here for the Jazz as Yee open in the paint, the feed in the paint, and the slam dunk. Because 67-68. So just keep exchanging leads here, 1-point leads as Michael Beasley driving in the paint and dunking it all over his matchup there. So Michael Beasley, Yee, Maurice Spates, I mean everyone who I acquired in the offseason is playing very well, even though most of them are on 1-year contracts minimum, as Yee slammed it right all over his opponent once again. So Yee, he is amazing right now as once again the slam dunk and the and one there on that one too. So I mean, I don't know how Yee's playing so well, but Yee, I guess, a great offensive acquisition there in the free agency. I'm loving his performance so far today. As let's check him out free throw wise. His free throw is good, but for some reason I don't know how I missed that one. It's like an 83. I don't know how I missed that free throw. But JV finding Norman Powell there for the deep 2, I believe, not a deep 3. As a 78-70 game for us, a 6-point lead right now, 72-78. As Yee for the 3 to end off the third quarter there, a buzzer beater by Yee. So 81-72 lead for us, a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter. I love having these leads. And basically our entire drive back against the Jazz once we started losing was all done by Yee. So, I mean, we got to give Yee some more minutes. Same with Maurice Spates and Michael Beasley. But let's start off this fourth quarter here by a bucket there by Kyle Lowry. A close bucket, almost went out there, but a bucket there regardless. As DeMar DeRozan finding Yee for the green release, and once again another shot by him. A 10-point lead for us at this point. We're trying to go and just get away with this lead here. As right now we're going to find DeMar DeRozan there for the mid-range jumper. He missed that one. JV the offensive rebound. DeMar for the 3. And he's going to miss that one. JV the offensive rebound once again. JV back to Will Barton. Will Barton pulls up from 3. He misses that one. JV the offensive rebound again. He's going to go to Will Barton. Will Barton back to DeMar. DeMar back to Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry back to Yee. And Yee's trying to post up somebody, but he's going to go and pass it back to DeMar for the 3. And he finally hits that 3. So what was that? 3 offensive rebounds by JV in that single possession. That is amazing. That's why I kept the man in the offseason. He goes and finds Kyle Lowry there for the 3. We're blowing away this lead. A 15-point lead for us as JV just adding salt to the wound of that slam dunk there within 3 minutes left. As this game is practically over as long as we hold this lead. So I guess we have 5 minutes left, not 3. As we find Jared Solinger there at the contact layup. 181 game. A 19-point lead for us after winning or them losing by 1 in the third as JV a feed in the paint and another slam dunk for him. We're just rubbing in their face right now. As DeMar, he's looking, he's got no defense, and he's going to pull up from 3, and he's going to make that one. So DeMar DeRozan extending his range there, 105, 83 so far for us, as now 87 for them. As looks like Kyle Lowry driving in the paint, makes that layup once again. So Kyle Lowry is just amazing when he drives in the paint there for layups. But here's JV working against his opponent there, and JV to end up getting the shot over his opponent, making that one and getting the and one, and that one the foul, and he makes that a free throw. So 3-point play there by JV as he takes one 110-91 final here in Toronto. Now we're 1-0 on the season here to start off the season after coming off that fresh home W by us against the Jazz. So anyway, I guess let's start off here. Make sure to like, subscribe for more Raptors MyGM, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.